Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Rainer and today I will be once again checking the chest of lost adventurers. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you would like to see more information or videos about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. As you may know, I have looked at the chest of lost adventurers before. You can see it here in the character builder, chest of lost adventures, and these were the drop rates. So why revisit it? Well, the box kind of describes what it has. It has some common goods and a chance to get one of the following: a Vanity Pet and a piece of level 80 artifact equipment. The level 80 artifact equipment is very vague. We got some level 1000 gear in the past and level 950 gear in the past. But today we got a new patch, and in the patch notes it stated expeditions, companion gear drop rates have been increased. Now, of course, this is not directly an expedition. This is a reward from the expeditions. But from a forum post, it was actually already clear that the Zog boxes had 1. companion gear in them since mod 17, but also that drop rates were extremely low. This means that the box rates that you saw just now in the character builder already were outdated, because there's no companion gear in here. The first time when I tested it, there was no companion gear. So let's get these boxes back up to date, shall we? I have collected, as you can see, 63 of these boxes, and I copied them over at least 50 times, but I think more. I should have more than enough to provide solid drop rates for the items in the boxes and give a total overview which items can be in here. At least I hope. I should get everything at least once, right? So how do you get these boxes if you don't know yet? When you run a master expedition and you use at least 1 resonance in the 3 spots at the start, you will get in the end chest a runic etching. These runic etchings you can use to restore some of the gear, but the Helister gear, I think. But that's not really worth it for most classes, because that gear is not best in slot. What you also can do with these etchings is trade them in here at Zog. So this is the yawning portal, as you can see, there's the hole. And near the bank we have Zog here under the stairs. If you talk to Zog and you go to the store, he will give you 1 chest of lost adventurers for either the dark, I don't know what the names are, but for either one of the 4 etchings. And you get 1 chest for each type. So that means that it's 63 of these. You can now in mod 17 also get these etchings in the same way from Warden expeditions and Fragment expeditions. So you can get a theoretical 4.3 runic etchings, and with that Zog boxes per day per character, which is strong enough, let's say it like that. So I will be opening them all quickly without large intermissions, so I'm not gonna go through each character and summarize what they got. I will be opening them all in a sped up fashion, if I say that correctly. I will briefly stop to show you what was in it, and then I will cut to the next opening. At the end, I will come with the end result, with the summary. For me, this will probably take an hour or 2, but you will go through this a lot faster. So sit back and relax. Alright everyone, I'm back with the results of the Chest of Lost Adventures test. I opened a total of 2,520 boxes this time, and we got a lot of good stuff. Let's start with the drop rates. In the previous opening, I also have those results still. I showed them at the start, I'll show them again. These were the results of the previous opening. We got very few of the Kuo-Toas. For some reason I only got one there, I think, and a couple more of the others. As you can see, there's only normal gear in here, so only gear for your player. There's no companion gear. There was no companion gear in here. Vanity Pets, random AD, and potions and stuff like that. And two of the sets also were in here. And of course we also have the new drop rates, and they are here in the bag value analyzer. Of course, you can download this information again and put them into your Character Builder Plus, so you have the latest information. I'll leave the download link for the information in the description. So let's compare the drop rates. Kuo-Toa, as I said, only got one here, and here I got a couple more. I got a total of 9 of them this time in 2,520 boxes, which is 0.36. This one I also got 9 apparently. So the drop rates seem on average a little bit higher than before. Arcturia Music Box is, all seem to be about 0.4, 0.3%. I'm not sure why the conduction cable and woven vine dropped significantly less, but it might just be RNG. The 1000 gear drops significantly more. It was 1%, now it's 15%, and there is some really nice gear in there. You can see it in the collections, by the way. We'll go there in a second. The level 950 gear went from 9% to 12%. Vanity Pets, approximately the same. I I also did that before. So the Vanity Pets are approximately the same as before. And of course we have the companion gear now. The level 980 uncommon companion gear is around 15%. The level 990 rare companion gear is about 27%. It's higher than the 980. And the level 1010 epic companion gear is around 8.5%. So pretty decent actually. Every 12 boxes you get one piece of epic companion gear, which can be really good. The 990, by the way, also is already pretty good. You just lose a little bit of power if you use them, and a tiny bit of statistics. So those are the drop rates in themselves. Let's look at the items actually. So as I said, you can find them in collections under Mountain, and well, a couple of these dropped. So you can get the music box set in here and the staff set. So I think that's these 3 and these 3 in here. The others are not dropping in here. Then the antiquities of Under Mountain. These are all of the level 1000 and 950 gear that you can find in here. I don't have them all unlocked on this character, but these can be all in here. So if you want to look at them, you can. There is some really good gear in here. This is, for example, pretty good. When you kill an enemy, your power increased by 5%, so this is definitely not bad. There are better ones, by the way. When you kill an enemy, you gain 1% action points. Might also be very good for some classes. Of course, the Protege with 5% damage is better than those two. Defense increases might be good for tanks, maybe, if they don't have defense cap, but they should, I think, typically. Movement speed, power, not that great. Crit strike, so the boots aren't that great, at least in the 1000 category. The heights, yeah, this one is kind of the same as, well, not this one, this is armor penetration, but there's also a power one. It's kind of the same than the ebony, but the ebony stacks up to 10 times, which you can see at the bottom left, and you have to damage or heal for a lower amount, so that one is still better, even though the item level is higher, so you get a couple more flat statistics. The muggers, This one heals you a bit again, so I don't know how good this is for a tank. I'm not that good at tank. But the arm pieces and these ones are really interesting. And counterpowers do 3% more damage, might be extremely good for some classes. We also have the at will powers do 3% more damage, also very good for some classes. I don't know how they will match up against Butcher's Might on the assault, on the primal arms. But yeah, also very good. Then we also have take 3% less damage from ranged attacks, probably very good for tanks. Once again, I'm not a tank main, so I cannot really say much about that, but it seems very good. Halaster does everything ranged as far as I know, so this will help to survive. Yeah, those are typically not that good flat statistics. More flat statistics. Financial cost. And bark height also seems to be very good. If you take damage of more than 50% of your maximum hit points in a single blow, which you take quite often in Tomb of the Tower of the Match Mage, you will take 3% less damage for 10 seconds. Also seems to be very good for tanks. Of course, DPS classes and healers should not get damaged that often, so this should not really do much for them. But for tanks, this seems to be extremely good. Yeah, you should not be that low health. This is not flat statistics. Berserker's Might, flat statistics, not that good. Nope. Let's see the boots. Close to your target, combat advantage and accuracy, but it's flat. Flat power. I guess you don't need that much movement speed, so maybe this is good for a tank. Although you want to be a little bit mobile. I think this is too much of a movement speed penalty to be good. Although 3% less damage is really, really good. Further away, that's not good. So here's the Executioner's Might again, but it was also on the one. This is also 1000 gear. Let's accuracy, armor penetration. Yeah, so yeah, this looks kind of the same, but there are some different statistics on there, of course. Not that great. You kill an enemy, maybe good for other dungeons, but not good for boss fights. Power is increased, flat. Kill an enemy again, and also flat bonuses. So some of these items, especially the arm pieces, look extremely good. The bark height looks very good, and maybe some other things for tanks, which I'm not sure about, but you have to look at them for yourself. But you can get all of these in this Zog box. Then to the companion gear, you can get all of the companion gear in here, and I don't mean all, but because you cannot get the companion gear in the Zog box that has offense defense slots, you only get the companion gear in here that is either double offense or double defense. So everything from the silver talisman of the companion and below. And these have a lot of statistics. So these are level 1010, the epic ones. So 1010 combined rating, which is already 1010 power, and all of the other statistics as well as a lot of two other statistics. So they are either single stat, like the choice pack as well. By the way, these are actually in the choice pack, so you also can get the 12k grimoire in the Zog box, same as the choice pack at the end of the mod 17 campaign, but also split statistics, which might be which are probably better to even out your statistics, except for this one, which you need for a lot of combat advantage. If you want to know which combinations there are some, there are many different combinations. The thing though is that they are either full offensive or full defensive, so you will not find a companion piece that has defense and an offensive stat, for example, which is a little bit sad. Would have been nice to have that. So they're either full offensive with offensive slots or full defensive with defensive slots. So here defense, these are defensive with defensive statistics with 2 defense slots. So that's about that. Let's also look at the rare ones, because these are not in collections. You have 5 types. You have steel, ivy grown, roped, rose gold, and nickel. And 4 different types. You have the icon, the grimoire, the sword knot, and the talisman. And these all have 1 slot. Again, all the defensive statistic ones have a defensive slot. All the offense statistic ones have an offense slot. They are here in a single stat, so 11 or almost 12k of a single stat. The rose gold are the offensive ones, the steel ones are the defensive ones, or you have the double stat ones. They have slightly less statistics than the epic ones. It's just that you missed a slot. The difference in statistics is really minor. Of course, they are multiplied by bonding, so it is it's still pretty small difference. So let's go over all of them. I will not talk through all of them, but I will show you all of them so you know what combinations there are. If I go too slow, just pause the video and then you can continue. Alright, so those were all of the companion items that you can get in here, at least the rare and epic ones. The uncommon ones I'm going to skip completely because they don't have a single slot, so I would not use them, and the rare ones have a higher drop rate anyway, so just use them. One more thing about the legendary vanity pets. I noticed that there are only 2 of the legendary ones. Of course, a lot of the epic ones, again, these are by the way from a different pack. So let's just use these so you can see how they look, because the legendary vanity pets have an extremely low drop rate, so it's very difficult to get. So this is the Gleister. There are actually 2 dragons. This is the Gleister dragon, and we also have the Umbraxakar from the Pain. So we either have a goldish dragon or a black dragon, basically, if you like to have another companion walking around you. I typically don't even use them that much. So, if you have any remarks on this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.